Truckers across the United States are now threatening to boycott the state of Florida, refusing to deliver goods to the state of Florida in protest of Ron DeSantis' anti-immigrant legislation that he signed back in May that goes into effect on July 1st. So this coming Saturday, that law is in effect. And what that law says is that if you have more than 25 employees working for you as of July 1st, and you hire new people, you have to use the E-Verify system to determine whether or not that individual is legally allowed to work here. Also, hospitals, doctors' offices, when people come in to seek care and treatment, you have to check their immigration status and, of course, report it back to us if you've got illegal immigrants in your facilities. As a result of this legislation passing, something we've talked about at length here at Ring of Fire and on America's Lawyer, migrants are fleeing the state. Migrants make up about 10% of our total workforce here in the state of Florida, 800,000 of them in the state. They're fleeing, they're disappearing. Business leaders, including Republican business leaders, have been furious with Republican officials in the state because they now can't find workers because they're terrified. Restaurants are losing customers. Other businesses are already going under because the migrants are leaving, and that's before the bill even goes into effect. So the economy here in Florida, because of Ron DeSantis and the Republicans in the legislature, because of their bigotry, the Florida economy is already starting to feel the squeeze. And if these truckers, who all over social media, on TikTok, they're now threatening to not bring anything into the state of Florida, if they follow through with that, we're screwed. And I cannot underscore that enough. We would be screwed. We'd be left with nothing. Grocery store shelves would quickly empty out. These truckers know that they do, in fact, have this massive power over the state of Florida. And they're threatening to boycott it because of the bigotry that they're seeing coming out of this state. And honestly, even though I live here, even though I would be impacted, granted I didn't vote for any of the people who voted for the legislation, but do it. I think you should do it. I think that this form of protest is the only thing that can actually make a difference here in the state of Florida. Maybe that will open up people's eyes when their shops and their businesses can't get the supplies they need because of something Ron DeSantis signed into law because he wanted to run for higher office and show that he was tough on immigration. That's what needs to happen. These people need to see the consequences of their votes. Because if they don't see those consequences, if they don't watch it hit their bank account, then they will learn nothing and they'll keep making those same mistakes. And yeah, I'll be suffering right along with them. So will my friends and family. We'll have to figure out how to live our lives with that. But that's a small price to pay if it wakes up the state of Florida. If they start to understand how horrible these Republicans that we have running this state truly are, then maybe momentary suffering would in fact be worth it. Thanks for watching, everyone, and well, here comes the awkward part at the end of the video where I ask you to like, comment, and share, and subscribe for more content from Ring of Fire. Also, you should consider becoming a member for some exclusive content and perks, including early access videos and exclusive videos. Check out the link in the description.